2 years ago, Real Madrid won the La Liga title and the UEFA Champions League. Far down the line, Real Madrid are going back-to-back trophyless. Where have they gotten it wrong? Real Madrid on paper have the stars, the abundant stars, one of the best squad in Europe, but unfortunately, they will be going back-to-back trophyless. In this video, I am going to tell you why Real Madrid failed this season again. Number one reason why Real Madrid failed this season is the defensive crisis. Real Madrid have faced a lot of defensive injuries. Most of their key defenders were injured during this campaign. They were using a makeshift defense just to support their defenders. And defenders like Alaba, Mendy were not able to play full season. Even Antonio Rudiger was also absent for Real Madrid in this campaign and making way for other players who were not first team defenders to make their appearance, and that really cost Real Madrid. And don't forget, Dani Carvajal, one of the best right back in the world, was also injured for a very long time this season, and that is why one of the reasons why Real Madrid failed this season. Another reason is inconsistent star performance. Real Madrid star players this season were not consistent enough. Unlike the first season of Kylian Mbappé, where he was netting in the goals left, right, and center, this season, Mbappé has not really been at that level. He hasn't been scoring goals. In short, in the last 7 matches, Mbappé have only managed to score 1 goal. That tells you how their star players are performing this season. Even Vinícius Júnior, at the beginning of this season, Vinicius was not just there. He wasn't consistent. He only recently picked up, and mostly for the Champions League. So one of the reasons why Real Madrid failed was their inconsistent star performance. Another one is the managerial crisis at Real Madrid. At the beginning of this season, Xabi Alonso was the man that was at the end of affair at the Bernabeu. Now, Xabi Alonso couldn't get the best out of his star performance, out of his star player. He couldn't get the best out of the team, actually. He was sacked because he couldn't get the best out of Real Madrid. And they brought in an inexperienced Arbeloa, who isn't really a world-class manager. He's just had his first team managerial profile. And this really showed. It showed in some of the games. Because some of the games he lacked the managerial depth to prepare or push Real Madrid to that level that Real Madrid desired to be, and no wonder they will be going trophyless this season. Another reason is discipline issue. Real Madrid have a lot of discipline issue this season. Real Madrid has been receiving a lot of card, yellow card, red card, mostly red card in key moments. Look at the Champions League against Bayern Munich. Look at the red card that was given to Camavinga. That was unnecessary red card, even when the red card wasn't really fair enough. But you see, that red card really hampered Real Madrid progress to the semi-finals of that Champions League. If he wasn't red carded, who knows? Maybe Real Madrid would have gotten something out of that match, because they were playing fine against Bayern Munich at the Allianz Arena. They were playing fine, and they were even leading before the red card came in. So you can see discipline issue has been something that has really truncated their season so far so good. It's one of the reasons why they failed this season. Another one is poor squad planning. Real Madrid are not known for this. In short, since I know Real Madrid, they are not known for poor squad planning. Imagine at the beginning of this season, Real Madrid had like 4 key defenders injured. They knew right from the onset that they need to bring in defenders. Even their new signing, Oshsen from Bournemouth, was injured prior to the beginning of the season. Then they have Antonio Rudiger that was injured. They had Mendy, who has always been injured throughout his career at Real Madrid. That guy has always been injured. They had David Alaba, who has been injured for God knows how long. They knew this. But guess what? January, they didn't sign defenders. That was so poor from Real Madrid. They didn't sign defenders that would have prepared this team to that level. And this is where I said that Florentino Perez didn't really try. They didn't really give his best when it comes to this. This really hurt Real Madrid because they were depending on the returns of some of their key defenders. Unfortunately, many of them did not return, and unfortunately, the ones that even returned couldn't give their best. That is one of those things when you plan to when you don't plan well, you are bound to fail. So these are some of the reasons, or most of the reasons, why Real Madrid had a lackluster season and why they couldn't win a trophy this season. Let me get your opinion. Do you agree with these points that I've listed? If you don't agree, you can write it in the comment section. If you also agree, you can do well to write it in the comment section. So guys, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment to our channel so that we'll get you more episodes on this. I still remember my humble self and the football man, the main guy, Enzo Ball. Thanks so much. One love.